The Chennai Super Kings are one of the IPL's most successful but disrespected franchises, with one of the most illustrious IPL histories for any team currently within the league. Over the course of their run through the Indian Premier League, the team has only missed out on the playoffs in 2 of the 13 seasons they have played, making it to 9 finals and winning 4 of them. Over the years, the team has not been devoid of scandals, with spot fixing and gambling charges being placed upon many management personnel, most notably CSK owner N. Srinivasan. But regardless, their 2-year ban saw a bounce back in 2018 amidst speculation of failure, with a finals victory against SRH. They made the finals again in 2019, facing the Mumbai Indians and narrowly losing. 2020 was forgettable, with the team largely struggling to click with one another, and 2021 saw the team unfazed by the gap in the season to come out second in the points table and eventually beat KKR to win the final for a 4th time. 2022, however, was the worst season in franchise history, with the Super Kings only mustering 4 wins total. On-field mismanagement, inconsistencies with captaincy, and their transition phase really left a mark on the team and their rancid 2022 campaign. The team got off to a very bad start, losing 4 games on the trot before eventually registering their first points with a victory against RCB. Try as they might throughout the rest of the season, the rut that they had dug for themselves was just too hard to get out of, and so the team found itself never sporting a winning record throughout the year. The transition to a new era was incredibly tough on CSK. The captaincy struggle was the hallmark of this point, as Ravindra Jadeja struggled to produce results for the side, only picking up 2 wins in his first 8 games as captain before the captaincy eventually shifted back into the trusty hands of MS Dhoni. And while this change was welcome, it wasn't enough to revive their season from the dead, with Dhoni leading the team to just 2 more wins in the next 6 matches. Jadeja was a huge disappointment in the side during 2022 and only picked up 116 runs and 5 wickets in his 10 games before sustaining a rib injury that left him unable to close out the tournament. There was only so much a captain could do, however, with this team. They were low on resources this time and had sustained a few off-season blows. Deepak Chahar was missed in the power play, and while youngster Mukesh Chaudhary was able to fill his shoes to a certain extent in terms of wickets, he often leaked valuable runs and wasn't reliable by any means. The opening pair also struggled with the departure of Faf du Plessis to the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Ruturaj Gaikwad didn't replicate his purple patch of form from his 2021 Orange Cap winning season, and he wasn't allowed to get going as the Chennai Super Kings just couldn't find a stable opening partner for him. Robin Uthappa failed to deliver in the position, and Devon Conway was good on occasion, but Ruturaj Gaikwad, who was so used to coming out to the middle with experienced batsman Faf du Plessis, just couldn't produce. There were a few positives, such as Shivam Dube's impressive run of form, and Dhoni's return, if we could call it that, with a few innings of his bringing us back to years past. Moeen Ali was arguably their player of the season, and even if he was a bit inconsistent, he provided top-order stability, scoring 244 runs at a strike rate of 137.85, and was a very solid spin option, taking 8 wickets and an economy of 6.62. But in a league like the IPL, teams are expected to fire on all cylinders, and this team just couldn't do that enough, so they were left in the dust and finished second last on the table. So can they win in 2023? I don't really think so. The team is a bit of an X factor going into the season. The talent is definitely there, but it's incredibly tough to bank on a team that finished 9th place last year to go a long way in the tournament. Ravindra Jadeja is back to his best, and he put up some incredible performances in Australia's recent tour of India earlier this month. Deepak Chahar is back in the side after last year's injury woes, meaning that their primary power play option is available and ready to go, and the bowling department has good bench depth with the presence of youngsters like Mahesh Deekshana, Mukesh Chaudhary, Simarjeet Singh, and Matisha Patirana, who impressed in the chances they got in the latter half of last year. Couple this with some ambitious auction buys like world-class all-rounder Ben Stokes and talented bowler Kyle Jamieson, who is now injured. The team looks very strong and could definitely set a playoff spot in their sights. And on top of the CSK's almighty Lord and Savior, the MS Dhoni is likely to call it a career after this season, and Indian fans around the world would expect this to be his final outing onto a cricket field before he is to make the walk up the stairway to heaven and immortality. The organization would definitely like to give him a good send-off, but it comes down to how much of the talent within the team is acted upon and how well they can be utilized. At the top I have Ruturaj Gaikwad and Devon Conway, 2 great openers that did find some form late last season, especially in games like the 91-run blowout at the Delhi Capitals. They could really work at the top of the order. The veteran Ambati Rayudu comes in at number 3. He's a player that has made things happen for the team for years now, and is a trusty upper-order power hitter. Moeen Ali was arguably their best player last year, and so he makes his return at the number 4 slot. 6.25 crore purchase Ben Stokes comes in at number 5 as a great middle order batsman. Ravindra Jadeja is my pick for number 6 thanks to his incredible form in recent times. MS Dhoni is in at number 7 as the captain for the side, and this one doesn't really have to be justified. Mitchell Santner is my pick for number 8 as a brilliant spinner and a good lower order batsman. Deepak Chahar is in at 9 considering the swing he seems to find in each and every pitch in the power play. Simarjeet Singh gets his chance in the side at number 10 as a pace bowler who made the most of his chances last year. And finally, Mukesh Chaudhary is my pick for number 11 to round out an admittedly okay-ish pace brigade. So that's it for the Chennai Super Kings. Consider watching the other team profiles if you're like me and need cricket in some way or form while waiting for IPL 2023 to start. Follow the Instagram, subscribe if you think I've earned it, and have a good day.